Hi and welcome back to the BU podcast. I'm Imogen and today I'm welcomed with two lovely ladies. Do you want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Bonnie Simons.
I'm Annie.
And what courses did you both do?
I did dance performance.
And I was on acting film single honours.
And you were both meant to graduate last year, so you were
2020.
2020
Yes.
graduates. How does it feel to finally be here a year later?
Good, it's good. I think because I've seen so many people I know that were other unis and they just didn't get the opportunity. It was all virtual or they just kind of got posted their stuff.
Yeah.
So I think for a while we're a bit worried we wouldn't get one at all.
Yeah.
So it's nice that we've actually been able to come back and do it and see everyone. It's almost nicer because we've had like a year away from everyone.
Yeah.
It's almost like a reunion as well, which is quite nice.
Yeah, and it's because, you see posts on Instagram of what people have been getting up to, but actually being able to see them and hug them and see them with their families has been so nice.
Yeah, definitely. I
And
think
celebrate together.
Worth the wait.
Yeah, it makes it more special in a way, kind
Yeah.
of. So
Yeah,
you
it's
had
nice.
yours on Wednesday. That's why
Wednesday.
you're not
Yes.
all in
Why
rows.
not?
One
Captain
is,
down
one
today.
isn't. So you had yours on Wednesday. How did that
Yes.
go?
It was good. It was a lot of fun. It was. I think everyone was so nervous. I mean, you all are because you've not actually been in the tent or anything. I was watching live streams of the other ones, like what do they all do? Where do they sit? Who says what? To see like the little
The
nodding
little
thing.
nod.
We were all like rehearsing our little nods before we went in. But it was just so relaxed. Like it was so calm and like it was
Yeah.
nice to look around and see everyone. And because with our course we do get involved with other years quite a lot. It was nice to see the other year graduate with us as well, which
Yeah.
is quite nice. See our lecturers and stuff.
Yeah, how do you feel about going
Yeah.
into yours
I
in a
feel
bit?
I'm excited, but it's also quite like emotional because we've been here now for doing my masters as well this year.
Yeah.
It's been like an extended time at the uni, and now I'm like, okay, now this is actually coming towards the end. But yeah,
Wow.
it's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, very exciting. How did you feel about your experience at Chichester, just in general?
Oh, we loved it.
Well, it was, we were saying
We're
about it
still here.
earlier, it was funny because we were added into a massive group chat and just out of chance I was like, does anyone know how to do French plats? And Annie was like, yeah, and that's like how we got to know each other, and then we found out later on that we were
found out this
living with
morning.
each other. So we were like, wow, we really have come
Full circle.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, it's been like, we've never had any problems, have we? It's just,
It's nice because so many of the people that we met, even like day one, because it's such a small uni, it's not like you see someone on the first day and you never see them again.
Yeah.
You constantly bump into people. I feel like we've met so many people. We now live in Chichester, like we're staying, because
Oh,
we just love
really?
it. We're both from like 3+ hours. She's Welsh, I'm from the Midlands.
Oh my
So
goodness.
we kind of, most people move home, but
Yeah.
we just love it so much.
You're like, I'm not leaving. I'm not
You're
leaving.
love it
not
too
ready
much.
to leave yet.
And
It's
the
a
uni's
lovely
just
area.
So nice.
Yeah.
So pretty.
Yeah. So you guys became friends in Freshers, basically.
Yeah, we lived together.
Yeah.
We just happened to be put in the same flat.
But it was so funny because obviously Annie's birthday was like on the 18th, which is the Monday, and we moved in on the 16th, and we were like, oh, no one's gonna want to like celebrate. And then it came to the Monday, and we had about 35 people in the flat.
Random
Just
people.
Oh my
random.
gosh.
There was like the football team turning up. It was just
But we're still like, I was just saying, we're still friends with most of those
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
and people we just thought were just gonna like be in the kitchen that night, and now we're
Yeah.
still contacting them, and it's just like crazy
Literally,
how
like,
you friendships just form.
I know, like even because like you were saying, it's such a small uni. It's like some people that I literally met in Freshers Week, I've been working with during graduation week that I haven't really like spoken too much, but I've seen them and I'm literally like, oh hi, you're
Yeah.
right. Like
There's rarely a time that I'll come on campus and not see
Not
someone I
know
recognise
anyone.
or someone you know. It's
Exactly.
nice. It's
Yeah.
like welcoming.
So Chichester was a good decision from both of you. What made you choose it in the first place? If you're coming from like different kind of areas.
I'm from the Midlands, and I thought I wanted to go London way. Obviously, with acting and film,
Yeah.
most people tend to go vocational.
London's the
and I
way,
went to
yeah.
vocationals, and they were just so intense. And I was like, that's not me. And I came here with my dad just to look around. I did the audition. I came out of the audition. I was like, I'm coming here. I was like, I'm coming here, definitely 100%. It's just so much more relaxed, and the course was more specific to what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And even like the people I met, like even when we went to the cafe and stuff, everyone was just nice. And you don't come in from the Midlands where everyone speaks to each other, and you walk past someone in the street, you're like, hi, how are you? Even if you don't know them. I was really worried coming London way or south that
You wouldn't speak to
you
anyone.
wouldn't get that. But here you got it, and
Yeah.
I like that. I like that feeling because it's a city, but it feels like a town. I like that, so I think that's what the place drew
Yeah.
me here, and the people I met on my audition day. I think.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think it was a similar experience to me as well, because I'd been to audition in Middlesex and places in London, but it was really about the homely feel and the atmosphere of just the town and the uni itself, and just like as soon as I left, I knew that I was coming here. I was like, right, okay, we need to start looking for houses. What halls am I staying in? I hadn't even heard back from my audition yet, but I was like, no, this is the one. But no, I'm so happy I chose to come here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys get homesick at all, like, throughout the 3 years?
Yeah, I think there's sometimes, like, obviously like we said, my birthday was the first weekend, so I was a bit, obviously, like, oh, and then I think when there is, like, if there's birthdays at home, like family members' birthdays and things like that, and you're missing it, I think times like that you do feel quite homesick, but I think we felt more homesick going home and not being at uni. I get more
like
homesick.
that FOMO, don't you? And you think,
absolutely.
I get more sad when I'm at home and not here because I feel like I'm missing out. Even in first year, even that first Halloween break when we all went home, we were constantly all FaceTiming each other like, when are you coming back?
all on group, like messenger
Yeah.
calls before Zoom was a thing.
Because it is just a homey
A
place.
home,
It's
yeah.
nice.
It's almost like this is a second
Yeah.
home as well as like your home. Yeah, tell me a bit more about both of your courses. So, what course you on?
So I was on dance performance.
Dance performance. Okay.
So yeah, there's so many different dance courses, and at first I didn't even know dance performance was a course, and then I did a bit more research on the website, and I was like, this is a lot more catered towards me because I obviously want to perform, and they have the threefold tour at the end of the third year. And that's kind of what drew me in. I was like, I want a tour after uni, so I was like, I want to do it. And then when it came to it, it was luckily just before COVID, so we had the chance to go to Malta, and we performed in Valletta, I think it was, in Malta, and that was such a good experience. And we like did little performances around like Reading and places nearby too. So that was definitely the highlight, I'd say, of the course for me. But then the lecturers as well, you couldn't ask for better lecturers on the dance department. I think they've really supported us as a year group. But yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, and then I did acting and film single honours, which it was the only acting for film course I'd seen on UCAS or any universities I looked for. Everything else was all theatre. I thought you could only do theatre acting and you'd do a little bit of screen. So I thought I'd try it out, and I came here, and like, obviously the audition was great. I think I just like it because as an actor you go through all the theatre stuff in school, and I went to an acting college, so I did all that theatre stuff, and I loved it, and it's why I came here. But there was just something that I wasn't sure about, and with film it's so specific to like it's smaller, everything's smaller, it's more natural, it's the stuff you watch. And the reason I wanted to go into acting was watching films and watching TV and things like that, so it's definitely more suited to that. You learn so much. The lecturers I loved it because the lecturers aren't just lecturers, they're professionals that have gone into lecturing, so they've all done it, they've all been there, they've gone through the agent process, they've been in little things, they've done extra work, they've done other stuff, and it's nice because it's almost like a contact then, like leaving, you can be like, oh, do you know anyone I can get in touch with in London, or do you know anyone I can get in touch with in Brighton to do this or do that, and everyone on my course came because they wanted to be on screen, which is nice, and it's a different experience. And I think if I hadn't done it, I would have gone into theatre. I think I would have lasted a year or two, and then I just would have been like, no, maybe I don't want to do acting. But it wasn't that I didn't want to do acting, it's just that I wanted to do it for screen, which is what I ended up getting to do. And it's nice, and you do so much fun stuff. I don't know if you guys have gone to London, whether you got to do that this year or whether
we haven't
so
done
we
that.
went to a studio in London to do like an advert, like a drink driving awareness advert, and we had like our own little trailer and like a waiting
That's
area,
so
you had tea and
cool.
coffee and like catering and stuff. Doing stuff like that, you just wouldn't get that experience somewhere else because it's not focused on that, the whole process of being on screen and like what goes behind it, camera work. Like I didn't even know how to operate a camera, and you do all that, holding booms, things like that. You learn so many different aspects of of what you want to do,
Yeah.
and the people that you would work with, and you learn their jobs. So many people I know have gone on to do directing and stuff because they found that they did it and just got carried
Yeah,
away
it
with
opens
that.
it up to so
Yeah,
many different kind of aspects of it. I think it's great that
Definitely
there's so
worth it.
many courses at this uni, like very specific, like
Specific.
dance performance,
Yeah.
acting for film, they're all very specific. And it's great that you were kind of put, because they're both very arty subjects, aren't
Yeah.
they? Like you're both like
Happened to be
performing
put
arts
together.
and you were put together and now you're best mates. Lovely.
Yeah, we love it.
How was your experience at university in general? Like, was there any like outstanding moments, like funny stories you had?
Too many. I did cheerleading, so I've got the
cheerleading.
classic wishy tap.
Oh, you've got the wish
Yeah,
tap
yeah.
as well.
Wishy for life. I can't get enough. Well, I suppose coming to uni, I probably would have done dance at another uni, but when I got here, there wasn't really like a dance society, so I was like, oh, what can I do? So I went to cheerleading.
Yeah.
Now I coach cheerleading, that's my full-time job.
Oh my gosh.
So if I hadn't come here and happened to join the cheer team, I was like captain and then president. I did all that. That was definitely a highlight for me, president of the club.
Yeah.
Because I love
That's
being
brilliant.
in control and
Being
running
in control.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love being in control for it. But if I hadn't had that experience of being part of a sport here, I think it would have been a little bit different for me. Like, so many of my friends are from different sports, and I feel like the SU and everything, like, I definitely say, if you're coming here, join a club or a society or a sport. Even if you're not sure, go to a few, like, try them out, because if I hadn't done it, I don't think my experience would have been the same.
Yeah.
We did so much stuff.
Oh, amazing.
So much stuff. So I think cheerleading and being part of a sport and being part of the SU as a whole was definitely a highlight for me.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, I'd say as well, because in Chichester there aren't like many clubs and things like
No.
that, but even when you go to the pub with people or to Wishy or to the
Yeah.
vestry, I think the vestry, when it was a club, was a highlight, I think, for a lot of people. It's just social interactions, I think, being with people, and the fact that we had so many friends as well who were on different courses. That's something I loved about being here, because there was a boy called Nathaniel in our flat who did like sports and
science,
physio,
and
and he would be talking about stuff, but then there would be elements of my course that we did about sort of like the biomechanics of the body, so we could link in that way. And it's like you learn so much off different people, and I think if I had gone to a vocational school, as Annie was saying, you live with people who are doing dance. You don't get to know really anyone else, and I just loved sort of meeting people from different fields and
The small
just
unit. The
being
small
able
uni
to
life is so
actually
good.
get to know people. I think that's the difference. Whereas instead of just having like lots of mutual friends,
Yeah.
you really do get to know people here, and that's what I've loved about it.
Definitely. Are you guys sad to be leaving? Well, I guess you kind of.
Yeah,
We're
we're
hovering.
We're
We're
leaving.
hovering.
We might have the occasional walk
Yeah, we'll
into
probably
campus.
we'll sneak in and go to Costa,
Yeah,
or maybe
it's good
sneak
that
into the SU.
You're living here. You're going to
Yeah.
carry on living here. That's so
We
nice.
just met so many people here that live around here as well, and it's just
Yeah.
But I think that's another thing. It's like a lot of unis, once you've left, that's kind of it, and you don't really hear that they support it. But I've seen so many things like posts or newsletters about people who graduated like 10 years ago,
Yeah.
and they're still posting about them, and like it is all about that post-grad life. They really want to celebrate it, whereas a lot of places aren't like that. But I think
No.
that if we needed help, like with show reels,
Welcome
or
you back.
I
could
still
come
talk
back
to all my
and-
lecturers. Like,
Yeah.
I've kept in touch throughout the whole. Yeah, like I.
And they've all said
It's
about
so
like
nice.
email addresses, like if we would still want to be on the email address, so they can send us out like job opportunities, like.
Oh, that's so nice.
So it's just it doesn't feel like we are
leaving. I
yeah,
think it
being
hasn't
cut
sunk in
off.
yet.
Yeah.
Hasn't sunk in yet, but yeah, it's not.
No.
I feel like at this uni, it's not a cut off.
No, it's
No.
We're still very much in touch, especially if you live here.
Yeah.
Which we probably will for a while.
just hover
Retire here as well.
around, go to Starbucks. So what plans have you got like for the future? What have you been doing for the past year?
So
Like, what's
obviously
to
you've been
come?
doing your course still here. I left and was meant to move home, and then obviously COVID hit, and we were in lockdown together in our house, and I was just like, I don't want to move home.
I'm not moving.
I was like, I'm going to live with you for a year. So I worked at Jack Wills, and they were like, we're looking for an assistant manager. I was like, hello. So I did that so I could stay, and I started coaching cheerleading part-time,
Yeah.
because again, people I met through the uni coached here, and they got me in touch, and then I've been offered to do it full-time next year. So I'm coaching down here full-time, which is nice. It's Uni's helped me discover that that's something I want to do, like coach kids in a sport that I didn't even know existed until I came to uni. So it's nice.
Brilliant.
Yeah, and I think because obviously I'll be graduating in October from my masters.
Yeah.
And then after that, then I'll be looking for like audition opportunities, dance-related jobs.
Yeah.
So it's sort of a nerve-wracking time, but I'm looking forward to actually getting out there, being able to go to like workshops with different companies and things.
Yeah.
But yeah, just to this final push now, as we were saying, just to get that submission in, and then
Exciting though. 2 graduations in 1 year.
I know it's
Wow.
It goes quick.
We didn't even
Last
think
year
we were
is
gonna
the
have
quickest.
like this one, and that's the nice thing. We thought it was going to be virtual, but I'm so glad they waited and have made it like special then for both year groups.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you so much.
That's all right. Thanks for having us.
Good luck in your
Thank you.
ceremony soon. Hope it goes amazing, and we will see you on the next episode. While we make this podcast, I may as well make an advert about the university and tell you why you should come here to the University of Chichester. I'm not being biased. We are the best. We're by the sea, the people, the students, the atmosphere, the location, everything about this university is amazing. And when I say everyone knows everyone, I mean it. Everyone literally knows everyone. Wishy Wednesdays, you will go in, you will see hundreds of people that you know, all having the time of their life. The atmosphere is always up. We are the best, what can I say? And we're not desperate for you to come here. I'm just being honest. We are literally the best university in the UK. So, yeah, come to Chichester. For more information, visit chi.ac.uk.